Really, really cool. So we have got a second verse half that basically follows the same rules as the first. Oh, this is a very, very short pre-chorus that creates contrast both with the chords and with the melody. What's also interesting is that we have got major 7 to 5 in terms of chord notes, right? Is it an E major? Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Really, really cool. This is going to become a central hook, I hope. Well, we could talk about 260,000 lives in China saved through electric mobility, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to listen to a viewer's request. The song is called My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. It's by Taylor Swift, and it was suggested by members Paula Freitas, LBJC, Sarah K, or K, and Sophia763, as well as countless regular viewers. I really want to continue learning about Taylor Swift's amazing songwriting, so without further ado, let's get going.
Oh, here we go again.
Step 1, find the tonal center of the song is going to be tricky because there is no intro. Oh, here we go again is the thing that she starts with. She says, here we go again. So we might be in the key of C major or A minor, but actually we don't know.
Call the rain to end our days of wild.
Alright, so it's quite unusual. We are actually in a Lydian mode. We are in the key of F Lydian that uses the same notes as C Ionian or A Aeolian as C major or A minor, but the chord progression that I hear is a 4, 6 minor, 3 minor, 4. With, yes, normally with the 4 being the tonal center, which is why you could also call it the 1, but because then we get a bit confused with those chord scale degrees, I will continue looking at it from the perspective of C major. This is both key and chord progression. Let's wrap up. Key, C major, but with the feel of F Lydian, and the chord progression F, A minor, E minor, F. That is a 4, 6 minor, 3 minor, 4 progression. Next stop, melody.
Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head. The voices in his head. Call the rain to end our days of wild.
Really, really busy melody that also creates juicy combinations with the chords because sometimes it's not chord notes.
Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head and our days of wild.
Okay, so da-da-da-da-dum. This is the first line. Oh, here we go again. Right? Landing on the major 3 of the chord makes a lot of sense. Then we've got something special. Let's jump up an octave so that I don't get confused. Then we go but with an A minor. Is it an A minor that we actually hear? Because it's quite unusual.
The voices in his head. Call voices in his head.
It might be a D that kind of goes up to the E. Or voices in his head, right? Where the D is not a chord note, but it kind of goes to the E that is a chord note of the A minor chord.
Call the rain to end.
And then we've got call the rain to end, landing on the minor 3 of the E major chord, and then something really cool, an octave jump. Right? Really, really cool. So we go from that G to a G an octave above, really, really prominent, and then
Sickest army dog.
and then we repeat those ideas. And now we expect again.
Purchased at the mall. reveal a plastic smile.
Really, really cool. So we have got a second verse half that basically follows the same rules as the first. Lyrics. Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head called the rain to end our days of wild. Now, we could say that again and head and end basically all rhyme loosely with each other. So we would have 3 A lines followed by this Our Days of Wild thing, where the Our Days of Wild includes a prosodic element, because remember the octave leap? So the octave leap goes with the words Our Days of Wild. Really, really cool idea. And the second verse half is the sickest army doll purchased at the mall. Rivulets descend my plastic smile. So doll and mall, certainly. The rivulets descend, funnily enough, goes back to called the rain to end, right? Closing this idea. And then my plastic smile, certainly relating to Our Days of Wild. Cool.
Reveal.
Let me quickly stop this video for a big thank you to the active financial supporters of this channel here, both on YouTube and on Patreon. Big thank you to Andrew Morgan, Hugh MSE, Jennifer Grinder, Jody Henko, Jonathan Ribeiro, new members LG9U and Tom Enrico here on YouTube, as well as JC, Prince of Wales, Amy May, Jennifer Grinder, Lena, Bloody Mary 26, Gigi Vedas, Pat Pick, Sarah Dell, Lexi Mitch, and Shaya on Patreon. If the rest of you also want to contribute, get early access to the videos and exclusive material as well as shoutouts, I suggest you check the links in description. On with the show.
But you should have seen him when he first got me.
Oh, this is a very, very short pre-chorus that creates contrast both with the chords and with the melody. The chord contrast is that we do start with the 4 chord that was the same beginning chord in the verse, but instead of going to the A minor, we instantly go to the dominant chord, which is the 5 chord. So 4 to 5, shortest possible build-up that you can include in a pre-chorus, and it's all you need. The melody creates contrast because the verse had a clear pickup line, right? With this being the pickup idea, and only on the A we actually have the downbeat and the chord. Now, with the pre-chorus, we actually start on the downbeat only and don't have the pickup. Let's see what the melody notes are.
But you should have seen him when he
Right?
first got me.
Okay, so, but you should have seen him when he first got me. This is the build-up that we need for a hopefully strong chorus. What's also interesting is that we have got major 7 to 5 in terms of chord notes, right? So when we play the 4 chord, we actually sing the E on top. And then include this sus feel, where we sing the C on top of the G.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Is it an E major? Cool, cool, cool. Let's see.
Toys.
Yes, it is. So we are certainly in the chorus because it says my boy only breaks his favorite toys. The new chord progression that we have is a 4 to 1 to 5. We kind of hint at this axis of awesome idea starting on the last chord. So 4, 1, 5. Everybody kind of expect this here. And instead we introduce a modal interchange. We introduce the E major, the 3 major that is normally not in the scale of C major. Really, really cool. Melody.
My boy.
Again, emphasizing that major 7 of the chord. My boy.
My boy.
My boy. Really cool.
Only breaks his favorite toys.
Okay, my boy. And then we have something from the pre-chorus that was.
But you should have.
that major third idea is now only breaks his favorite toys. And then the toys is toys. Really kind of pushing it down the stairs and breaking them. Toys. Ooh. Really, really cool. This is going to become a central hook, I hope. And one final interruption of this video in which I want to tell you about my Simba Cam project. Now, this is Simba. He's my golden retriever dog, and the big problem is that you cannot see him. So if you want to watch my dog react to me while I react to the music, I suggest you send me money via PayPal. Also on Super Thanks here on YouTube is a viable option. Big thank you to the early adopters and supporters: Angela White, Devin Grayson, Paula Freitas, Karen Seidman, Kristen Terry, Jennifer Grinder, Natalie Hass, Laura Beth Johansson, Cohn, and Roger Anderson. If the rest of you also want to get mentioned, please check the links in description. On with the show.
I'm queen of sandcastles he destroyed.
Same ideas in the second chorus half. The lyrics change and they include a tiny Taylor Swift signature mispronunciation. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. So it's unusual and unnecessary stress on the off, and instead the sand doesn't get the prominence that it deserves. Listen to this.
I'm queen of sandcastles he destroyed.
Right? Of sandcastles he does. Right? This is not how you would normally say the phrase. You would certainly say, I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. For the rest, it's the same thing. Same chord progression, same melody movement, same hook at the end.
'Cause it fit too right. Puzzle pieces in the dead of night.
We are still in the chorus. We have just changed the melody completely. So same chord progression. Now it was this 'cause it fit too right, starting after the downbeat, interestingly enough.
'Cause it fit too right.
This is the new melodic motif.
Puzzle pieces in the dead of night.
It's always this da-da-bum, then something longer, but still going back to that C to D idea.
Should've known it was a matter of time.
Same idea. And then thank you for including that hook every time we go to that. Lyrics of that third chorus section is 'cause it fit too right. Puzzle pieces in the dead of night. I should have known it was a matter of time. Okay, so kind of an intersection, a new fresh idea. I guess to come back to that my boy only breaks his favorite toy hook at the end of the chorus. Let's see if I'm correct.
My boy. There was a litany of reasons why we.
Is that verse number 2? Oh, here we go again is...
Oh, here we go again.
Yes, so it was a pickup melody. This here
There was a litany of reasons why.
is melody beginning after the downbeat and also not the same melodic movement. So a lot of artistic liberty that she takes for the second verse. Something that we sometimes see in modern songwriting, that second verses aren't a thing anymore. But then again, they are.
There was a litany of reasons why.
So this is the new melodic hook from the verse, from the second verse. Da, 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 dum, bum, ba, da, bum.
We could have played for keeps this time.
Okay, da, 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 dum, the Jaws theme, right?
I know I'm just repeating myself.
And then they jump up an octave, repeating myself, but certainly still with that minor second feel. And right now it's there. In terms of lyrics right now, it's there was a litany of reasons why we could have played for keeps this time. I know I'm just repeating myself. Kind of anti-prosodic, because in terms of melodic development, you are certainly not repeating yourself, but introducing a new idea in this second verse half.
Put me back on myself first.
Do we know this? I don't know.
Tell you that he runs because he loves me.
It's confusing. It's not really clear where she takes that ideas from and how she develops them. It's now put me back on the shelf, but first pull the string and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. It's that typical one progression, and I try to write as many melodic ideas as possible on top of it. Taylor Swift.
You shouldn't have seen him when he first saw me.
But now we go back to something that we know, cause you should have seen him when he first saw me is certainly pre-chorus number 2, but you should have seen him when he first got me was the lyrics from the first one. Certainly that same idea that goes. And then only breaks his favorite toys. Oh, 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 my nose. Oh, oh, oh.
There was danger in the heat of my touch.
New lyrics, but certainly again this third line chorus idea that we had in the first chorus as well. This time it's cause I knew too much. There was danger in the heat of my touch.
He saw forever, so he smashed it up.
And he saw forever, so we smashed it up as the third line. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
He's gonna miss me.
A post-chorus interlude, not really a bridge, I'd say, with almost background vocal ideas. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me.
Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me.
Small intersection. It's more about the atmosphere.
Once I fix me,
And tiny variation, but still the same idea.
he's gonna miss me.
And rhythmic variation. He's gonna miss me. A bit more assertive than the other miss me idea.
Just say when I play again, he's down at the sandlot.
Is it a 1-5-2 minor 4 progression in this primary bridge that certainly has got this potential?
Just say when I play best friend, down at the sandlot.
Yes, 1-5-2 minor 4. So a little Axis of Awesome variation where we reharm the 6 minor for the 2 minor. A melody that again starts on the downbeat, just like with primary bridge.
Just say when
Taylor Swift typical signature leap, a fifth up.
I play again.
Repeat that melodic idea.
He was my best friend,
A third time.
down at the sandlot.
And before it gets boring, we have to change this. Lyrics. He was my best friend. Just say when I'd play again. He was my best friend down in the sandlot. So again, 3 lines that bear resemblance, and then a 4th line that kind of breaks the pattern and that wants us to continue listening.
Felt more when we played pretend. He took me out of my box.
Okay, I felt more when we played pretend. Goes back to just say when I'd play again. Then with all the cans, she likes that comparison with cans and Barbies. And then it's because he took me out of my box. That certainly goes back to down at the sandlot. Also in terms of meaning, in terms of the word field, and because he took me out of my box is a bit longer, which is why it kind of overlaps into the new section and forms kind of a resolution.
'Cause he took me out of my box.
Okay, now she goes down a 4th. He took me out of my box, kind of resolving this.
Stole my tortured heart.
New harmonies that is really cool because it's a variation of the primary bridge idea, but with a bass doing cool scale steps.
Stole my tortured heart. Left all these
Really cool. So we go from the 1 maybe to a 2 minor, could also be something like this, I don't know. Certainly with D in bass. Then we go to 1 with 3 in bass. And then we go to the F. So it's C, D, E, F in the bass.
Stole my tortured heart.
So it's again that out of the box idea. Stole my tortured heart. And of course, Tortured Poets Department, Tortured Heart, words that we know.
Left all these broken parts.
Always this.
Told me I'm better off without.
And then the second or the continuation of that progression, remember that we went here. Now we continue the movement up. But then we go down again. So the second half of that chord progression is G to A minor to G to F.
Told me I'm better off.
It's always this. Di-di-di-di-dum. But I'm not. It's too positively resolved in terms of prosody. But I'm not. Told me I'm better off, but I'm not. Why would you then make it beautiful in the resolution? So she literally does that at the end, which is a very, very positive and optimistic resolution in a song that was in F Lydian. She goes to the C major resolution by saying, I'm not better off. I don't know about the prosody at the end, but this certainly was Taylor Swift's My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, and I'll be sure to take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1, a thing we have to talk about in this song here. It's the second verse and how it totally leaves the structure of the first one. It's actually the moment where I, as a listener and an analyst, kind of get confused, don't really know where we are and what this is all about. So I'm a fan of following your structures that you have established. My tip to you is, especially if you're a beginning to intermediate songwriter, to kind of use structures that you have established before and go back to the first verse, do the work, find new lyrics, include a booster line, yes, and break the pattern every once in a while, but not completely. This is something that Taylor Swift, of course, takes the liberty to kind of throw out of the window. Because she's a brilliant songwriter, she's reached the top, she continues climbing, and now she experiments, right? But careful, if you are a beginning to intermediate songwriter, my recommendation and suggestion is to keep it simple or not really simple, because the hardest thing is to write a second verse that is as good as the first one, but certainly to practice this craft of finding new words to an established metric, rhythm and melody development. Songwriting learning number 2 is about arranging and structuring your chorus. Here we start with the title of the song, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, also with that hook. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-ba-dum. Then we repeat the melodic movement, but we offer a second lyric line. I'm queen of sand, castles she destroys. Yes, with that mispronunciation of this off sand, but never mind. Certainly, after 2 melodic lines that are so strong, you want to include something else and variation, and she does that brilliantly with that, because it fit 2 right puzzle pieces in the dead of night. I should have known it was a matter of time before going back to the title of the song. So the 4th section is then again, whoa, 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 my boy only breaks his favorite toys. So this is something that we've seen in a lot of chorus structures. The 3rd line leaves the pattern to bring us back in the 4th line and to kind of avoid boredom, something that they did brilliantly here. And when I say they, I mean she, because it's Taylor Swift as the only credited songwriter in that song. And songwriting learning number 3, something that we don't see in Taylor Swift's writing so much, the OOs as hooks, right? This here is certainly the strongest suit of the song. It serves as kind of super glue between the chorus phrases, and it's something that the audience can sing along. It's something that is very, very powerful, also with this Taylor Swift signature 5th leap hidden in the middle. So this is something that you have to be aware of. O's and R's and Oo's are powerful hooks. I think we called them paraverbal hooks in recent videos. So make sure to have those in your toolbox as well. And this was my live reaction and on-the-fly analysis of Taylor Swift's My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys from the album The Tortured Poets Department. Thanks again to Paul Freitas, LBJC, Sarah K, Sophia763, and countless regular viewers for suggesting this song. If you liked the video, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel if you haven't yet, and to leave friendly comments, maybe suggesting other songs you would like me to analyze. Remember, you can increase your chances of your requests being taken seriously by becoming a paying member of this enterprise. Also, remember your contribution to the Simbacam so that you can watch my dog sleep in the heat. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about 260,000 lives in China saved through electric mobility now. Bye-bye!